Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you some concepts that I use when I'm pulling a bow across a string and doing all sorts of bowings, and what I think about to maximize my sound and to make my playing as beautiful as I can. So what I'm going to talk about specifically with my bowing is circles. To me, everything that I do with the bow involves a circle. I think that's such a great concept. It's something I've thought about for a long time. I can't say that I invented doing this, but I really thought about it, and I've come up with all sorts of ideas to do with math and circles and how can we get the bow to have as much control and beautiful sound as we can by using circles. So the first circle I want to talk about is in my elbow. So if you see me over here, I can either go up and down bow like this, or I can use a circle. Well, how many times have you heard that we should have a relaxed shoulder? I mean, that's one of those things. People always used to tell me, your shoulder's too tight. You got to bring your shoulder down. Your shoulder's too high. So I tried to think, what's the best way to relax my shoulder? And to me, the best way is to use that joint over there, the kind of a ball joint over here in my shoulder. Because if that's moving, then it is relaxed. Remember, if something's moving and flexible, then it's relaxed. So if it's stiff like this and we're playing like this, then it's tight. But if it's moving like this, then it's loose. If you learn anything from this video, it should be that when something's moving, it is relaxed. So whenever we have something that's moving, then we are on the right track. So I'm thinking of my shoulder kind of going around in a circle like this, and that makes my elbow go around in a circle like this. So when I hold the bow like this, all I'm going to do is make sure that I have that circle going. It's kind of like I'm rowing a boat like this. We can practice just doing this. You can see how nice and relaxed my shoulder is, and my whole arm and my whole body, because that's a very natural thing for me to do. So when I put the bow on the string and I do the same thing, by making a circle here, I'm going to get what I need. So you can see my elbow here doing the circle, but then when you look over here on the string, the bow is also making circles, but this is a different kind of circle. What I'm going to show you here is that I imagine a huge circle over here. Let me see if I can show you. Like this, and all I'm concerned about is the point around where my bridge and my strings are. So I'm just getting kind of a slice of a circle here, like one piece of pizza with the circle on it. And that's the direction that I want my bow to go. A lot of people talk about how the bow should really move perfectly straight. I'm kind of in a sort of disagreement. I think it's really good that we should be able to do a straight bow, but when we have a curved bow, we get a lot smoother and a lot more control. Let me show you why. If you play with a straight bow, you have to make sure that you're exactly parallel to the bridge. But if we use a little bit of a curve, I'm thinking of the sounding point here, or the contact point, and I'm thinking that we have kind of a curve here that goes tangent to that point. So the bow starts with my arm in and my tip way out like this, and I draw a curve along that point. And that gives me a beautiful sound and a lot of control. Now I can have a very large circle where you don't see too much of that curve. So it kind of looks like the bow's going straight. Or I can have a really small circle where you'll really see a pronounced curve. But either way, I'm making those curves. You can practice that. Start by holding the bow on the string pretty straight at the frog, and then all you have to do is pull your arm in this way and let the tip go out that way. So that feels like my tip is near my scroll over there. Then when I start pulling, I start pushing my arm back out, and I end up with my tip in towards me. So you can see it like that. And that's where I get the most control of my bow strokes. So I have this curve, and then I draw another curve. So I'm just drawing curves on top of my instrument like that. Now if I go with a smaller stroke, I can draw smaller curves. You can see how it's almost, that curve is almost drawing an X right at my contact point, which is staying the same, which is exactly what I want. Like so. Now in order to do this, we need to feel with our fingers like we're massaging the string with our fingers. So we can do this exercise where I'm doing little circles with my bow, like so. But the main thing is that we're massaging the string and working little semicircles. I know this is hard to grasp, but it's something to really pay attention to because it can change your playing. If I do a fast spiccato, you can see that the bow just kind of dances on the string. Now, in addition to this, there's another circle that we can use, and that circle goes like this on top of the string. So the circle starts here and goes around. And basically what I'm doing is, especially with short strokes, you can see my tip over here. And I'm letting the bow kind of rock back and forth on the string like this. So instead of going straight like this, I'm just going to rock back and forth. Now you'll notice that that doesn't just work by itself. There's a circle here, but there's also a circle right here. There's circles everywhere. There's also that circle this way. So that's working with 3 different circles. Like that. So we have long circles. Short circles. Like this. And finally, my other circle that I work with is that circle. It's the curve of the bridge. So when I do kind of... When I do that, all I'm doing is really thinking that my bow, for the string changes, is working with the curve of the bridge, the circle of the bridge. So when I cross the string, I'm just working with the curve of the bridge. So you can see that using concepts and images can really help us. And if we really think through how can I work this with a circle, then our playing will definitely improve. Well, I hope that this video has been helpful for you. I would really, really hope that you watch it a few times and try to grasp all of the principles that I talked about very quickly. It's kind of hard to go through this in a few minutes, but just to give you an idea of what ways do people use to get the sound that they want to have. So until I see you the next time, happy practicing.